Hey, welcome to the Sharon Jesus podcast, where we tell stories, discuss, encourage, and break down awesome ministry moments and laughable memories and everything in between. It is episode 4. I'm your host, Caleb Reese. Join with me, and we're full staff today again. Join with me is our student pastor, Rob Cox, our lead pastor, Michael Reese, and our associate pastor, Sean Collins. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing great. I mean, I'm just glad to be back here.
Since episode 1.
Back in the saddle.
Yeah, we are back in the saddle. I was so excited when you said, hey, we got people listening to us, and I was excited about it, pumped. I run in and said, man, people are tuning in, Caleb? Oh, yeah, the most viewed episode was, guys, the one we weren't even here on.
Yes.
Yeah.
The worship one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in and listening to when we're not here.
It's just picking up steam. That's what it's doing. It's picking up steam. The podcast is launched. It's going.
Well, good. Well, we're back.
It is good to be back.
I listen to that while walking down the road, listen to y'all tell y'all's story.
Yeah, walking down the road. And so seasonal guys, we're here. We're talking. We just got through Easter, and Easter is like the Super Bowl of church, except we got 2 that we celebrate. It's always Christmas and Easter. That's like the 2 big church events. So we just got through Easter, all the events leading up, preparation. So let's talk Easter real quick. What's our Easter moments, our stories there?
Well, you know, it was the first time since we've been here, and ever since June, we've been doing 2 services.
Yeah.
And this will be our last time to do 2 services this past Easter. And I'm so glad that we kept the 2 services. We were tinkering about when to go back to 1.
Yeah.
We have a large auditorium, so we have a lot of room, but at the same time, we still have a lot of people that are nervous about sitting close to one another.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was going on. What was your take on the atmosphere in the building, Rob, as far as how you felt about it this past Sunday?
Well, Easter, obviously, it's a big day. You expect a bunch of guests to come in, a lot of new faces, some visitors, maybe people you hadn't seen in a while. And this year especially was different. You know, last Easter, it was, hey, everything's like shut down and we're going live, and we had a huge online audience. And then this year, we're back kind of in the full swing of things, like you just said, 2 services. But it was pretty cool to see everybody coming in to worship on Easter, and we had a lot of people serving down around Children's Chapel. That's launched and going. So that's been pretty cool. It's just a lot of moving parts, and it all went down. We still had our online audience as well, and it was just pretty cool to see that many people back in our building.
Sean, I'm going to get your take real quick on, you were doing the welcome this past Sunday, and so you've got literally a front row seat on what you were seeing, how people were feeling, what you were seeing out in the audience, even what they might have been wearing, our Easter clothes and everything. So
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, first thing I see, front row seat. Of course, choir's back. Good to see a full house there. Every seat was full in the choir loft. A lot of new faces, a lot of young faces. So I was very, very encouraged. Matter of fact,
we had to get more seats.
I know. We did have to get new we need new seats, but we had to get more seats.
We had to get more seats, yeah.
But I was encouraged about that. Matter of fact, I wanted to hop up there myself and be a part of that, but had to do the welcome. And so when I step up at the 9 o'clock service, of course, it was full. For the 9 o'clock service, when we first started this, the 9 o'clock service was the biggest service that we had.
Summertime.
And then, of course, yeah,
It was summertime.
Yeah.
Everybody enjoyed the Sunday afternoon.
Exactly.
Let's get to church early.
early.
School started and it totally flipped.
Exactly. We saw that flip, but big 9 o'clock service. Everybody was looking sharp, smiling faces. Then we get to the 10:30 service, and same thing. It was a good crowd visiting out in the foyer. It was just great to see. Then, of course, the volunteering, everything going on, a lot of moving parts. It was just a great Sunday. But Rob, before that, we had the Easter egg hunt, right?
Yeah, the Easter egg hunt. That was a big event. We were Last year we did a last minute. Pastor said, "Hey Rob, let's do something," and you're sitting there not knowing anything because of COVID, the guidelines, and where everybody is. Can we do something or not? So we had a pretty successful event. We did an Easter egg scavenger hunt, and what I love to see is the families that got involved and did their thing there. And
how did the Easter egg scavenger hunt work? Just give us a 30-second summary.
So we had a creative team. Not going to throw all the names out there because honestly I forgot who all was on that creative team.
It's been a year.
It's been a year. Slept a bunch of times since then. But it seems like just yesterday when all this happened.
All these volunteers.
Got a bunch of volunteers that put together basically a scavenger hunt clue list of houses that said, hey, we're going to volunteer to be a secret location. So they put their address in, and we made up a
Like
secretive clue or
Yeah.
riddle that went along with their address, and there was a sign in their yard. So they were challenged to go around and get all the clues and go to all the houses and take a selfie. It was called the selfie scavenger hunt. Take a selfie with that sign, with the house, and some of the house owners got involved, and they were, giving out candy and stuff. And so you would upload all your pictures to social media and tag Sharon Easter 2020, and just did that as a family activity. A lot of families enjoyed it.
And they posted these, and they tagged and posted on social media.
They tagged the church, and we saw them, and that's the way we were able to get it and make a little slideshow with that. So that was pretty cool as a family ministry thing to get the families involved doing something, because at that time, families didn't have anything to do. We were like looking for hobbies and things. There were so many things that were canceled you couldn't do, and so that was something we just came up with on the fly.
This year, we got back to the Easter egg hunt, the standard traditional Easter egg hunt, and put it out in the field. We're blessed with 5.5 acres out beside our church. It's got trees, it's got bushes, it's got different ways and hiding everything. Of course, you threw together over 2,000 eggs, and by that, when I say you, Rob, you got some volunteers. Y'all knocked something out. So
as a student pastor, that naturally falls under my umbrella a lot of times, and so I got with Brother Sean, and this actually happened 2 years ago as well. We called it the Easter egg packing party.
Oh yeah!
And so what we did is filled the fellowship hall up full of the kids, small group leaders, all the volunteers, and we just got around tables and basically just put out eggs and put out candy and said, hey guys, it's a race, see who can fill up the most eggs. And so we just take candy, put in an egg, and it was pretty cool to see. It was kind of challenging and encouraging for me to give kids more to do, because they were like, hey, we're excited about serving. We explained why we're doing it. It's a big outreach event. We get to love on the community, and they were involved in it. And so at the end of it, we realized, oh man, these kids, kindergarten through 12th grade, just packed over 2,000 eggs, and we had time to spare. Like, we chalked up like 30 minutes, and they got it done in like 13, and we're sitting there like, wow, what can happen when you put people together with a common mission, a common goal. And I was kind of encouraged by that, and kids are the ones doing it.
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, and I love the Easter egg hunt. The Easter egg hunt through the years, as I look back, I mean, it's never disappointed. There's always been key moments in it. I mean, I remember one year, of course, I dressed up as an Easter bunny.
Did you?
I did. Yeah, kind of scary. I still had the beard a little bit growing.
Did you hop around?
And glasses. I didn't hop around, but I did take some photos, and I do remember some kids crying.
Oh, no.
I remember Rob's first year, he got sick. He missed the Easter egg hunt because he was sick.
Actually, I made it through the hunt, and it was like I got sick like right after and missed Easter service.
He handed me his devotion.
I said, Caleb, if I don't make it, body aches and stuff are going on. If you see me leave, here's my props, here's my stuff.
Yeah, and then, I mean, I remember one year too, and I guess it happens, you got to go, but one boy just dropped trowel and just peed right in the middle.
There was a kid this year that did that.
Oh, was there? See, I missed that.
I don't know if he'll listen to this podcast, but it's the new couple coach at Bauxite.
We're not going to say their name.
His son, everybody was wrapping up going through their eggs, and they were like, "Hey, your son just dropped his drawer, started peeing next to the tree."
Well, that's what COVID, I think, has taught us. We've been all at home on like lockdown. You just at home do what you want to do, and then we got to assimilate back to society. And
Go ahead and for a disclaimer, we need that was a pre-K student, so they don't know any different.
Yeah, they don't know any better.
Oh yeah, and
Especially
then
if they're in the country.
and then of course
And it's funny.
This year we show up and our banners are torn down, and then we had
some vandalism. Yeah.
Yeah, we had some American cheese used in some creative ways. So
That was some interesting vandalism.
yeah, so I mean the Easter egg hunt never disappoints. It's a great opportunity, great outreach, and a great opportunity to serve.
Yeah.
And it's just a great time.
And I know there's some pastors out there that are critical of using worldly style events, and churches I think do a great job of taking worldly style events and giving it a Christian spin. How can you use obviously churches don't celebrate Halloween, we do a fall festival. We don't put the pagan connotation on things. Easter egg hunt, the same thing. You take the point in time the same way with Christmas. Christmas has some pagan origins in it, but you take what the world looks at as without Christ, and you say, how can I point it to Christ?
How can you use it?
Yep.
Absolutely.
And so Easter, and we even have T-shirts made up by the Bennetts, and it says every Sunday is Easter Sunday because we celebrate the resurrection.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of that right there, I want to ask you a question. You've been asking the questions here, Pastor. How was it? You had said throughout your whole ministry, you've never had a baptism on Easter. And you just talked about the Bennetts. I saw the picture, the shirts. I got to get me a shirt. Every Easter is Easter Sunday. What was that like, baptism on Easter?
I'm glad you asked. I was so excited. I didn't even think about it. And it was true all these years in the ministry. And I do not ever remember having a baptism on Easter.
Yeah.
And it worked out really well this year. With him, Brent and I both sing in the choir, and kind of like juggling with Sean, he stepped up to the plate to welcome, so he wasn't able to be at two places at once. We had to do the same thing, Brent and I. Brent is Madeline's dad, and said, hey, I've got to sing in the choir. You got to sing in the choir, Brother Michael. And so we did it at the end, and she was awesome. I was about to dunk her, and her glasses were on, and so we did that real quick, and I didn't know they had a screen t-shirt screen printing, whatever it is, and they had those t-shirts made up, and he had heard me say that before last year, and went ahead and had those t-shirts made up. I didn't know that saying stuck with him.
Oh yeah. And speaking of Easter Sunday, it's probably felt like forever since you preached to a crowd on Easter Sunday. How was that this year?
It was good. Sharon Church generally, like a lot of churches, have a lot of people that come in for Easter. And some churches, depending on the location, the demographics that make up your church, and by what I mean by demographics, where they live out of town, because some churches get this. People come in to visit your church on Easter, talking about my mom comes in, my son comes in, my uncle comes in.
A lot of
Some
traveling.
churches, it's opposite. There will be people that, hey, they go visit their parents. They go visit their grandparents. And so and ours has a pretty good mixture. There's some that go visit and some come in to Sharon to visit.
Yeah. And
generally we're up probably about, I'd say at least 30%, a 1/3 increase in attendance.
Yeah.
And that happened again this year. And so because of COVID, a lot of churches are finding new levels of normal. And I still think, even with our online audience, we're still finding there are still people who are not back yet. And I'm talking about the ones who are watching online. I'm not talking about the ones who might have been led to go to church in a different location, or led to even some people have changed jobs, moved, different things like that. But some people still have not returned to church yet.
Well, let me ask another question. I mean, obviously, you did, as Caleb mentioned, preaching to a full house. We didn't do that. You didn't do it last year. Of course, the Super Bowl moment. I mean, the resurrection. Paul said, without the resurrection, our faith is in vain. You baptized somebody on Easter, of course, is a great picture of the death, burial, and yes, the resurrection of Jesus. Let me ask, what are some tips as far as for preaching to a crowd on Easter? You do have those that are traveling in. You do see different faces. I mean, so how do you get your game face on?
Probably the most diverse crowd there.
Exactly, yeah.
So what's the do's and don'ts on Easter?
That's a great thought, because there's unfortunately some pastors can be condescending to those who may only attend on special events. And definitely, my own personal opinion, that's not the right approach.
Yeah.
That you should be positive, encouraging. Why would they want to come back if somebody's going to be condescending? But they think that the end all be all is, that you're in church, but you're talking to people who may not be saved. You're talking to people who may be backslidden. You're talking to people who may be saved, but they're not walking with the Lord.
Yeah.
But they come haphazardly. So how can you just clearly, you let the Holy Spirit do that.
Yeah.
You present the gospel. And here's another thing that was really great, and it came to fruition while standing in the foyer, which is a lot of churches are doing these photo booths now. And because everybody's dressed up, they're dressed up in their Easter best. And so these churches that put out a place for families to take pictures together, it makes for a great family event. It makes for people hanging around visiting one another. And so at the end of my sermon, besides, like you said, Brother Sean, you were talking about, really is all the elements were there. The baptism, the resurrection is preeminent. The Easter is about Jesus is alive. And at the end, I present a simple Romans Road plan of salvation, just going through. I'm standing in the foyer, and I find out this gentleman, he's about 42 years old, and he tells me during COVID, he had just gotten saved, not too long ago. And
Amen.
That was cool to hear that story. And so obviously I did some follow-up and planned some follow-up with him. And so... yes, God still saves, and yes, we got to be positive, encouraging, uplifting Jesus.
And the cool thing is, of course, that's Easter, but this Sunday, we've got another baptism.
We have
so
another
here we are getting to celebrate that again.
Mm-hmm. It's coming back up, and this young man, and he is, he's married, and his wife have a brand new baby, and he's recently, I don't know the exact timing of it, he told me he had gotten saved. He had never been baptized, and so I get to baptize a young married adult guy, which is, again, not as often.
Amen.
That's awesome. And if anything, now is definitely a time where we can kind of take a breath. Easter's over. And it felt like a lot, and it was a lot at the same time, but God has been faithful. Church has been awesome. Things have just been falling into place here in Arkansas, and everything's been going good. And we're going to take a quick break. So you may be getting to work or listen to the podcast and you want to take a pause. But when we come back, I have a cool quiz for the guys here. 2021 Easter facts and stats, church, candy, and cash. We will be right back. Welcome back to Episode 4, Easter Spring and All Things New. We are in the second segment, and we have a cool quiz for the guys today. And some statistics just to start off with.
Who said there was a test?
Yeah, I quit school.
It won't be tough. It'll be fun, and even the people listening, y'all have time to answer or just think about what your answer may be. But just a few statistics, and these are all not fact-checked, but they are...
fact-checked by no one.
Some organization I found online, all of them are real cool, funny statistics. But they say this year in 2021, 65% of Americans identify themselves as Christians. And 79% of Americans plan to celebrate Easter, and 32% of Americans attend to planned Easter services online.
Hey, a quick fact check. I did read the statistics. Did y'all know 20 years ago that figure of identifying as a Christian was in the 80s.
Yes, I've seen that steady decline, and I think it's time.
Which-
We need to wake up.
We have work to do.
Which there's,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
a lot of work to do.
What's crazy is there's probably so many more statistics now since online church is such a big thing.
Yeah. Well, the analytics of online, you get all
Yep.
that stuff. Fun fact: I saw once on ESPN, it was like 67.3% of their statistics are made up. Just fun fact.
Nuh-uh.
All right.
I don't know.
Oh,
Fact checked by no one. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. All right. Here's the first question for you guys. Anybody going any random order? The 3 most popular in order most popular church days. If I can get it out, the most popular church days, Sundays.
Most popular church
Yep,
days.
yeah.
What's the 3 most popular?
All right. What you got?
Are we including Easter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say Mother's Day.
No,
There's 3.
there's 3.
The 3?
One, 2, and 3. What are the most populars in order?
Wow, this is
In
going well.
order. This is. I'm gonna go. What do they
What
call
do
it?
y'all think?
Uh,
I thought I just had to
Christmas,
name one.
Mother's Day, and Easter.
All right.
Is that the 3 most popular?
But
yeah,
are
I
they
feel like
in
here's
that
a
order?
trick.
all right, in
In
order.
order.
I'm gonna say yes. Well, no. Let's go Christmas, Easter, Mother's Day.
Okay.
Okay, well that's exactly what I would have said. Christmas, Easter,
Sorry for
Mother's
stealing your
Day.
answer, Sean.
That's
What would
okay.
you say?
I would not say it's Christmas. I'm gonna say
How dare you?
yeah. I'm gonna say Mother's Day, Easter, Christmas.
They have Christmas, or Easter, Christmas, and Mother's Day.
Oh,
we
wow.
were in the top 3. Hey,
Mother's Day being number 3, Easter being 1, and I could see Easter being 1. You know,
yeah.
as a nation in general, as a country, Easter being like the number 1.
But in
I didn't
Arkansas,
answer this survey. It would
Wow.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
This
different.
is not Arkansas. You got to think of
This
the
is nationwide.
U.S.
Yeah.
in general. All right, in Winter Haven, Florida, they have annually the largest Easter egg hunt. Around how many eggs do they hide at this Easter egg hunt?
All I'm thinking right now.
And I'll tell y'all, it's over 10,000.
We just talked in segment 1 about the Easter egg hunt. An idea for that.
We
Edwards
did 2,000 just our church.
Just our church.
I'll tell
And
you
yeah,
this
is the biggest.
the
over 10
biggest annual Easter egg hunt in the U.S.
Whatever the number is.
in Winter
we need to
Haven,
do more.
Florida.
We need to do more at Sharon.
The number is over 10,000. How many do y'all think it is?
10,001, Bob.
Rob is
I'm gonna
revealing
go
his age there.
50,000.
All right, 50,000.
50,000.
50,000. I'm gonna go 30,000.
All right.
Man, 50 and 30.
You already guessed.
Wow,
10,001.
10,001. Man, I don't know, like 100,000.
501,000.
Well, you were closest, Rob.
Yes.
All right.
How do you? I'm trying to do the math.
I need to go
How
look
many
at
acres?
Do they? Are we talking plastic eggs, or do they like
I need to
actually
go look up a
decorate
picture.
them?
Did
No,
they
I'm sure it's
scatter
a-
these eggs, or
I'm
did they
sure.
hide them? Because think about
I'm
it.
sure
there's
you
only-
can't walk a foot without stepping
Our
on it. It's
host
just a
kinda-
floor of eggs.
That would
He
be
got
like
us off by saying just, it's over 10,000.
It's over 10.
I don't want to give you the number.
Of course. That was good.
It's over 10.
Wow.
All right, here's a funny statistic. What % of parents will make Easter baskets for their kids in 2021?
We'll make them.
Well, this will have
that's
made.
low. I mean,
Whoa, hold on. My family, my mother-in-law, she still does Easter baskets.
My parents
Not just
do.
for the grandkids.
yeah, no, that's
I got an Easter basket.
That's fine.
I'm 31.
Did she make it or did she go buy it? He's saying make.
Like, we talking about whittling the
I don't-
basket
I don't
together?
know.
or
Like
weaving?
grabbing
They're-
a basket and
Yeah,
going
she
and
shops
collecting
and
supplies.
puts stuff that we like in the basket.
This
So
is
it's probably
low.
low.
This
I
is
got
low.
a very special
I'm gonna say
mother-in-law.
this right here. This percentage is
You
they
do.
buy a basket and fill it with stuff that you would like.
Okay, so this is going to be low because everybody goes and buys stuff.
I'm gonna say about
Buys a basket.
8.3%. All
right.
8.3.
8.3. Wow.
I don't know. I just like the.
I'm going to say
decimals thing.
15.
Wow.
15%.
He's got faith in mothers.
I'm going to go low ball and I'm going to say,
Remember, this is the U.S.
okay, fine.
Is that
You
psychology?
influenced my decision last time because I was going to go over 1,000,000 eggs. I'm going to say then it's going to be low, but I'm going to say 22%.
66%.
Oh, my
What?
goodness.
A little more than half, which is
What's
probably
the
a
age,
lot.
though, of kids? Like, was
It says
there
kids,
cutoff?
so it has to be under 18.
Yeah.
So that means you would not have gotten an Easter
I would not
basket.
have been counted in that
I
stat.
have got to hear, if you got an Easter basket, what did you get in your basket. Let's take a moment here.
Reese's eggs. I love peanut butter and chocolate. Whoever put that stuff together.
By the way,
thank you
for bringing those up. By the way, we're eating.
I had so many, I had to bring them up. Obviously, you get the chocolate rabbit in there, you know.
Yeah.
But like Burt's Beeswax chapstick, that's like my favorite. What? Yeah, it's just weird.
Original, the Burt's Bees, just the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't do all the flavors.
Burt's good. Have you seen that documentary?
I have not, but I
you need to go check it out. Go ahead.
That and just random knickknacks here and there, just little games, whatever.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
What do you remember getting in your Easter basket?
It's the best thing you ever got in your
Probably
Easter basket.
coal. I know that's Christmas, but he was so
Easter,
bad.
He had some left over.
Every Easter, I would get like a T-shirt from Lifeway, obviously candy, and we never really like had a favorite candy, but I guess mine was, I always had Mike and Ike's in mine. And Mike and Ike's a T-shirt, and sometimes, depending on the time of the year, I would get a ticket to Winter Jam, depending on if it was before or after.
Yeah, because here, it's always right around Easter at some time,
Yep.
So a little fun fact, I just thought about this, we're adding this to segment 2 here. The Easter, what is, in case some of our listeners want to buy some candy sometime, what is your favorite candy? Just added this. Put this into your script. Brother Michael, go first.
Easy.
What's your favorite candy? Let's break it up. There's 2 categories. One being a chocolate-based candy, and another being like a hard candy.
Oh, mine's Reese's. I love Reese's.
So there's 2. I put chocolate into its own category.
Well, obviously
It's like its
it's got to
own food
match
group,
my
you know?
name, so Reese's peanut
Reese's.
butter cup.
Is there a
and then the
particular-
hard candy would be a Skittle.
Okay. Would you like the regular cup, or the little ones in the foil, or the Easter egg, or any of them?
I don't
No,
care.
the Skittles.
No, the Reese's.
Reese's. No, just a regular cup.
Just
I've
regular
never
cup.
seen Skittles in a cup. But for hard candy, for me, it's peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms.
Oh man, see,
That's chocolate though. That's kind of still.
But it's hard
But it
candy.
is hard candy.
see that's what I was
It'll
gonna.
melt though.
Yeah.
Melt an Easter egg.
So no doubt, I would go with these 2 gentlemen.
Reese's?
Absolutely, yes. And then hard candy. I like Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers.
As a kid, I remember always liking butterscotch. Those little.
Wow.
As a kid.
As a kid?
What?
Yeah,
Whoa.
those talking about hard candy, butterscotch.
I remember going to my grandpa's and getting butterscotch.
Man, I'm
Speaking
old
speaking
school.
of candy and chocolate, what % of Easter baskets include candy or chocolate?
100.
100%. 99.9.
Okay, you can go 99.9?
Like the Lysol spray, you know?
Yeah,
99.9.
90%.
90?
Yeah,
All right.
100%.
92%.
Oh,
I was closest. Ha.
We need to fact check these guys.
big time.
All right, here's a good one, and Rob mentioned this. So you still get Easter baskets now?
Yeah, I mean,
Sometimes.
if I'm good. Yeah.
What % of parents plan on sending Easter baskets to their children after they moved out?
Oh wow.
Is there who asked these questions? My goodness.
It was just a big survey on this big website.
30%.
30. All right.
25.
I'm going to say a solid 17.
60.
60.
60%.
That's almost the same as
Wow.
other.
Yeah.
This is a very liberal survey.
Here's a good one. All right. We all know the chocolate bunnies. How many chocolate bunnies are sold in the U.S. each year for Easter?
Oh, man. There was.
All right. Here we go. It's over 10 million.
There's just
my.
there's 6 of them in the office sitting right now. I can't eat it all.
It's all right. Here, I'll give you all better hint. It's over 10 million, under 100 million.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Nice little window.
33.
All right.
50.
I'm going to go say 96 million.
91 million chocolate bunnies.
Close, but I went over
Wow.
for doing the prices
You're
right.
doing good, Rob.
All right.
So, real quick, I just got to know.
Go ahead.
Cadbury eggs, yes or no? I'm a big no.
Ellie, my fiance, loves them.
I love them.
It's something about.
Don't let me down, Rob.
That's
You've
a
got a good
factor.
palate.
I do have a good
I'm
palate.
looking forward to the Fellowship Hall meal podcast that we're going to do talking about food.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Rob eats anything. Anything.
Yeah, but
By
he's
the
got
way, listeners, if you're a church member, just hang around. And say, I hope you heard. We all like Reese's, so if you want to bring us something, anything Reese's related, Pastor would love those. The rest of the staff will too.
Yeah.
But anyway, Cadbury eggs, they are a second to the Reese eggs. I love just the way they're shaped. They make a good bite for me. I don't know if some people bite them in two. I just popped the whole thing in there. Cadbury egg, I don't know. It's pretty good. The cream, you get it just right. I don't know.
And defending Sean's,
and I'm seasonal. I don't eat them all year.
Of
just,
Rob,
just around Easter.
He's going on your ability to describe and pursue good food.
Yeah, I got good discernment when it comes to food.
The next candy question is, how many jelly beans are consumed at Easter each year? And it's enough to circle the globe 3 times.
Wow. Well, let me Google.
Yeah, really.
All right, here you
Where's
go.
the calculator?
It's over 5 billion, under 30 billion.
25 billion.
Billion?
Yeah.
Billion.
Jelly beans consumed
Go
each Easter.
1 billion.
I'll go with him. I'll go 20 billion.
You say 25?
I said 25.
20?
Rob, what you got, baby?
26 just to be closer.
Oh, boy.
It's 16 billion.
I see
Y'all are
what he-
all a little
I
high.
see what he did there.
Yeah, I see how he did that.
Yeah.
All right, this next sheet, this is going to be some good
Uh-oh.
discussion.
Okay.
All right. What percent of parents each Easter plan to discuss eating candy in moderation with their kids?
Oh,
And
all these
granted,
millennial parents
this,
now.
This
are
was
like
a
health
this was a
nuts.
survey taken by about 50,000 people. Granted, so this is where they got the information. But what percent of parents plan to discuss eating candy in moderation with their kids?
75%.
Okay.
I want to know, do they... I guess I never have thought about eating a bunch of candy at Easter. I mean,
Think
do they
about-
have these conversations at Halloween too? Because I think that would be the number one candy
we
grabber.
were leaving. True, we were leaving the Easter egg hunt. And there's this grandma that had 2 of her kids,
Oh,
and she was
boy.
like, "Y'all get one piece of candy when you get in the car, and that's it." And I was just like, "Goodness."
Who wants to have
We
the
just need
candy
to schedule
talk?
the dentist appointments for like November 1st and the day or the Monday after Easter.
That's the only
Wow.
reason dentists
Yeah.
are in business.
They
is
could've
because
made
of
up
candy.
I'm going to say
candy thing.
22%.
22% of parents.
I said 75.
I'm gonna go with the
75?
high number that you've been hitting us with all day of parents that are like superstar parents. Apparently, I don't know, 60.
90%.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, here's the
especially.
next one. Let
I'm
me
gonna
keep,
be telling
let me
my
keep
kids,
going.
hey,
What you got?
Let me
What
keep
you got?
going. Here's
Give
the
me
next
half
one.
of your candy.
What percent of parents steal candy from their kids' stash?
Oh, that's 100.
100. 100.
At least 99.
It's 81. 81.
Oh,
That's
you got-
low.
They just didn't catch that other 12%.
Yeah, they're
Spin
They're
goes
taking
to
that to the
bed.
grave.
I'm hitting this candy stash. That's just all there is to
It's
it.
over, Daddy. Where's my
All right.
candy? I don't know, son.
There's 3 parts of the chocolate bunny, the infamous chocolate bunny that's sold in America.
I
that
can see
people,
through your paper.
Oh
so-
no,
Oh.
that people love to eat first. The tail, the feet, and the ears. That's where they start.
Ears all day.
Oh, yeah, you eat the ears.
Ears.
Absolutely.
All right, yeah, ears is 78%, and tail and feet are 11%.
Who would want to start with the tail? Which, by the way, I'm still stuck on this Easter basket. The reason I have to steal candy is because I don't get an Easter basket, Rob.
Well, apparently you're not good enough. I don't know. You better start acting better. Maybe you'll get one. I don't know.
All right, here's the next
Take it
one.
up with somebody else.
What is the weight of the largest ever chocolate bunny?
I saw this the other day and I forgot. I
Oh,
remember
no.
seeing it.
Over 1,000 pounds.
What?
Here's his over under.
Over
yeah,
1,000
it's like
pounds.
huge.
It's under 15,000 pounds.
I'm going to go with.
And the challenge to make it was like difficult because they got to make sure it doesn't like one part of it
Largest
like
chocolate
hardens
Easter
and-
bunny
Yeah, it's
ever.
weird. I watch weird.
The picture is it in the back of a truck.
7,000 pounds.
15,000.
All right.
7,000.
I did.
15.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 16 just to be that guy.
What's under 15?
Oh, it's under 15. Oh wow.
well, then I'm
you went
wrong.
15. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go right in the middle there. I'm gonna go 9.5.
9,360.
Oh!
Yep.
I'm a good test taker.
All right, to go off of that, what is the price of the world's most expensive chocolate Easter bunny? And it's 548,000 calories.
It's a lot. I wouldn't pay over $10 for it. Wouldn't pay over $10.
Oh,
That's
my.
it.
I don't know who
big.
paid for this. Obviously, it had to be a price and somebody had to pay it, maybe, I guess. But it's $49,000.
Wow.
Someone paid.
It's a lot of money for a piece of chocolate.
All right, to go into the next few questions, who likes Peeps? The little
I don't
Easter.
like them. I mean, I'll eat them, but I
Oh,
don't
we
like
had
'em.
some Sunday, didn't
Had
we?
the
some Sunday.
marshmallows.
Not the biggest fan, but I'll eat them. But I'm not gonna eat a whole pack.
There's 23.
Some people will.
23 flavors of peach
Wow.
were available this Easter. How many are made each day? Over 1 million.
Over 1 million. Wow. Over 1 million peeps. What do you do all day? Oh, I make peeps.
I hang out with my peeps.
Hanging out with peeps.
Let's do this. There's
3 million.
There's 5.5 million peeps made each day.
Whoa.
All right, you ready?
I'm not very good at this.
How many peeps are consumed each Easter?
Oh, man.
1.2
5 million.
million.
5 million Easter, like on the day, or like seasonal? Like,
Consumed
you know?
each Easter is what it
Okay,
says.
I'm gonna say an easy 30 million. If you said 5 are made a day, 5
Yeah.
million are made a day. Easy 30 million just on Easter. They made 23 flavors this Easter. Wow.
45 million. I'm going to go 45.
Well, I said 1 or 2 million. I'm gonna have to
We're
go a lot higher
influencing
than
his
that.
answer.
Yeah, 5 million. I'm just throwing it out
1.5 billion.
there. Billion.
Wow.
Yay,
That's
I
what I
finally
meant
won
to say.
one.
A lot
That's
of
what I
peeps in
meant.
the
I was
world.
way off, though.
Lots
Yeah.
of peeps out there.
Yep. All right. A few more questions. How many eggs are produced for Easter? Real eggs.
Real, like chickens, like laying eggs.
Or plastic eggs.
What, like?
I think he said
well,
real.
with produced,
said-
it had to be plastic.
I said
Yeah.
produced. I mean, it reads purchased.
Oh,
Oh,
purchase.
purchase.
How many
I was
eggs are
like,
purchased for Easter?
Started counting how many eggs.
So real eggs that come out of a chicken.
It
It's
says
gotta be-
right here. I don't know what it is in Arkansas. $1.60 average price for a dozen eggs.
Okay,
As of
yeah.
February 2021.
Yeah,
How many eggs were purchased around this Easter?
because you got to go get them and boil them and dye them, or you know,
10 billion.
10 billion.
10 billion. Well, when that ice storm came through, the eggs were gone. They're gone quick. But Easter comes around.
That's
How
a
many?
lot of chickens.
10 billion. Wow. I don't know. I'm
A billion.
A billion. Billion. I'm gonna go 500 million.
Y'all are all around at 180 million.
Okay, I was way over. I was by 10.
It's a lot of eggs.
Two more. How many Easter egg dyeing kits are sold each year?
Man,
It's over a million.
That's a lot of fun. That's a pastime I remember.
Yeah,
you know,
I haven't
you
done
dip
it in
that
a
egg
long
in there, and
time.
oh man, it turned purple.
Hey, did y'all see?
I can only think of all the kids' fingers and
Yes.
when they go to
Yes.
school.
Did y'all see the video though of the lady that put the eggs and dropped a smoke bomb in it and covered it up?
Oh no.
Yeah, took Pyrex, put the egg in, put a smoke bomb in, dyed it.
Wow.
Yep,
wow.
game changing as far as the egg dyeing game.
Really? Yeah, it sure.
You just got to
That's
find
some
you smoke
excitement
bombs.
there.
Yeah,
You got to be looking forward.
Easter egg dyeing kits. It's over 1 million, under 15.
I'm gonna go a solid 11 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
9.
That sounds like a good number.
8.
10 million.
No.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors for the win.
Yeah.
One of the last one. What percent of people plan Easter egg hunts for their kids?
Planned.
I don't
What
plan them
percent?
yet, but I'm always the
What
one
do you mean you
hiding.
don't plan them? We planned one.
Yeah, we planned an extravagant one.
But it said parents plan, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Yep.
67% of parents plan an Easter egg hunt. There you go.
54%.
And I'm gonna go 70%.
31.
Okay.
Because most people rely on other people to plan.
Yeah, that
Easter
makes
egg hunts.
sense.
So
I'm one of those.
parents rely and allow on us to plan their kids' Easter egg hunt.
That's what they're doing.
And what a great ministry. What a great
Yeah.
way to serve.
Yeah.
One of our biggest
It's a lot
outreaches
of
is
fun.
right
And
there.
we remind them of the real reason for Easter.
Yeah.
That's right. And I think each year, and especially we couldn't do it without all awesome volunteers that
Amen.
help us each year. And
Absolutely.
especially this year, I know we were a little toned down, trying to get back in the groove of just people being around other people. But it was a lot of fun. And Easter egg hunt.
In our Easter egg
went
hunt,
really well.
you're right. It was a lot more basic, and our crowds were down. I think a little. We had real chilly weather, and I think still a lot of people are a little reluctant to be around others.
I'm already planning next year's. Go to Hobby Lobby, get those Easter eggs half off.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a lot of fun today. Sean, what do we got coming up next week?
Yeah, so I've kind of already mentioned it, and we've mentioned pallets. talked a lot about food already, but it's going to be food at church fellowships, tips and tricks, how to prepare.
I'm pumped.
What's
for this.
on
yes.
our plates?
That's exactly what is on our plate.
I got a unique strategy I can't wait to reveal. Or should I even reveal it? Coming up next week.
Or is
right?
it your unique strategy?
Yeah, it's a unique one, and I'm not telling anybody. Maybe
Hey,
not.
well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We pray that we just encourage you in some way today, maybe gave you a laugh or two. And I pray that we can all continue on the mission of following Jesus, loving others, and reaching the lost.